Benjamin Ling here, Altitude Capitalist. Just wanted to give some instant reaction to the outcome of Super Bowl 56 and how that impacts sports card prices for some of the key players involved in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs this year. Bottom line up front, the result of this Super Bowl, I think, has about zero impact on the prices of cards. And I think the only way that Super Bowl 56 could have really had a meaningful impact on any card prices would have been if Tom Brady had advanced to the Super Bowl and won, further cementing his status as the greatest football player of all time, the greatest champion of all time. Or alternatively, if Patrick Mahomes would have made it to the Super Bowl and won, and that would have resulted in people thinking, is Mahomes going to be able to catch Brady? There's a good chance that perhaps Patrick Mahomes could catch Brady. Obviously, none of those two things came to pass this year. And as things played out in the last couple of weeks when the two teams were determined, I think there was a lot of hope in the hobby for Joe Burrow to win the Super Bowl tonight, which obviously didn't happen. I think there's a lot of hype around Burrow. I heard people calling Burrow the young Tom Brady. I'm not sure why they were calling him the young Tom Brady, other than they're hoping perhaps he would be the young Tom Brady. And I think that a lot of that hope derives from the fact that Burrow's rookie card 2020 was really produced at the high watermark of the gimmick era of football, of sports cards. And the gimmick era is, a term that I coined. Feel free to use it if you want. Like people use the term junk wax era. But basically, the gimmick era is where the card companies have figured out over the last 5 to 10 years where they can take a 1 to 2 square inch swath of a jersey, which is essentially worthless as a standalone item. At a signature would maybe worth $10 to $100 depending on the player. Slap those things together in the form of a card, and all of a sudden that thing is somehow worth between hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, or in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars for players who have very little track record as professional athletes. Looking at the Joe Burrow prices of cards in the past few months, there have been 60 rookie patch autograph cards, RPA cards, sold on eBay in the last 3 months. Average price on those is around $1,000 when you throw out a couple outliers. Today, a RPA sold for $24,351. And in the last 3 months, there's been 13 Joe Burrow RPAs that sold for more than that, including 2 that were sold probably in the 6 figures. They were both around $130K. Can't see the actual final sale value because it was the best offer that was accepted. But to give you some context around that, before this year, Joe Burrow, as a professional football player, has won a total of 2 games as a starting quarterback. Now, what else can you get for $130,000? Well, you can get a PSA 6 Mickey Mantle for $130,000. The SMA most recent price for PSA 6 Mantle is $130K. The population of that card is 118, and there's 154 52 Topps Mantles that are graded higher than that. So you can get one of those, or one of the farcical Joe Burrow rare 2020 cards. Another interesting thing about these recent cards is the fake scarcity that's been created from the card companies. Jeff Wilson, sports card investor, in one of his recent videos talked about the absurd variety of brands, for lack of a better term, that's created by Panini. And then each one of these brands has a number of silly parallels that have ridiculous names. I'm not even going to dignify them on this video with what they're called. And they may be numbered one of one or 1 to 10 or of 99 or 250. It gives people the impression that these are scarce. But when you look at these in the whole, there may be thousands and thousands of these so-called rare cards, and in fact, they're not rare. They're not scarce at all. And on top of that, the production quality is very high, and the people buying these cards, treat these things as a pearl of great price. So they're also very highly graded, unlike these older vintage cards that are very rare in PSA 9 or 10 condition. So I don't think the outcome of the Super Bowl today has impacted the price of sports cards for the competitors who played today. I'm not totally sold that the value of sports cards are actually dependent on outcomes of games. If you look at the way these prices soared during the COVID panic when no games were even being played, give someone pause to wonder what is really causing changes in prices for these highly volatile assets. I think that over the next 12 months, the players who were in the Super Bowl today, I think their card prices will eventually go down over the next 12 months, pretty much in line with most card prices going down over the course of the next year as people catch on to these gimmicks that are being perpetrated on people involved in the hobby. So that's my feedback. Excellent game. Nevertheless, I feel like when I was a kid, a lot of these Super Bowls were blowout games, but recently I think these games are very evenly matched and very exciting to watch, oftentimes coming down to the last possession. So great entertainment value. As far as how it impacts the value of sports cards, probably not so much. Thanks a lot.